So you will see that like we are the same people, but the expectations from the same person is very different at the very different stages, right? So you know that at stage one, we have been given clear problem, clear criteria, and we are expert in that one. We just execute that one, right? When we grow in the next stage, then we will not get that clear statement. But thing is that we have to get work done maybe from the small team and all. Things will not be that clear. There will be certain ambiguous problem, and there will be multiple options to solve that issue, and then you will opt on the best solution, and then you will get it executed through your team member, or certain things you will also do, right? So your main job becomes prioritize, taking the trade-offs, and then making a decision, right? So this is what is the, and the third stage is there where like it's not only you, it's not about your decision actually. It is about how you are enabling the team, how you are enabling your teams to take a decision and everything. And then creating those conditions so that your team feels empowered and knowledgeable, and that psychological safe environment where team is able to take the decisions, right? So these are the three different phases, is what is there now. And then if I look at my example itself, right, or you can also retrospect, because understanding this cycle is important, that in every cycle there will be different decisions and different mindset need to happen. And then this is what is the leadership OS, which we'll talk for the different stages, what it means. So when we were a kid, everything was decided by our parents, right? Which school to go, in which neighborhood to stay, and all those things, right? And wherever we were, like whichever school we went, our focus was only to study in those classes, get the good marks, and be the good person, right? So we had very clear instruction. Similarly, if we'll go to when we become adult, right? So that time we decided which college to go in, which friends to be make, what needs to be done. So we had that one. And now, once we go to the next stage as a leader, in this case, maybe a parent or guardian or mentor, our primary job becomes that how we are enabling others, how we are educating or giving knowledge to our kids or our team members, that how they should be behaving and all those things, right? So this is exactly as human cycle, what gets played into the corporate as well, right? You see that as an individual contributor or thing, whatever you were doing it, you were getting rewarded for the same like problem solving, right? So say suppose you have solved one problem, maybe people will give you the next complex thing or more number of similar issues, right? So you got trapped into the same thing. If you suppose you have become the domain expert for something, you got rewarded for, okay, going into more domain detail of that one only, right? And that is where we see that we are like, and then whatever we are executing, we see that we are getting rewarded for executing that brilliantly. Suppose you are handling today one project, tomorrow you will be handling two projects, and that's how it will go on, right? So this is what is happening, but nobody is coming and telling you that what needs to be done. And I think that is the reason you have chosen this course as well, because so that you understand the different perspective and what needs to be done, right? So if you look at now, and this is what we discussed about in our cases also, right? So that rightly promotions don't come on time if we are not scaling to the next level. And what exactly it requires to the next level is what we will get in this session actually. So, and then, so what we are saying that whatever app, so from the mobile, and as I'm come from the mobile background, right? So that's the reason I have taken this example here, that your skills, you can consider that as an application, right? So whether it's a coding or project management or something, so you are pretty good in that one, and that has worked so far well, because that is what the limited understanding you had, and you kept on executing based on that one, and you developed your expertise on that one. But now, if we have to move to the management next level, so this is what we will come to the next slide, where we need to fundamentally shift our thinking, like in our OS need to upgrade. Otherwise, it will not crash it, but it will not play in a very optimum way, or enough. That is what it happens in the mobile phones, right? So suppose you have older operating system, your application may continue to work, but it will not perform in an efficient way, right? So these are the 5 different shifts which need to happen. And again, so in leadership, there is no one shoes fits all. It is like different team, different in this group itself, right? You will see that many are from the fintech, many are from the tech side, some are from Microsoft, some are from TCS, some are from fintech companies. So it's coming from the different background, so different things will be there, right? So what we need to have, this one main important is that where we need to make a shift from the holistical perspective. So maybe the old OS, what you got you here is that you have been expert in the solving problem. So it's not about just solving problem. You need to see that what problem we need to solve. So that mindset, okay, is there something over there? And of course, we will go into the each letter separately, but I just wanted to consolidate here that from delivering outputs, we need to think about that. Am I making the business outcome differences? So you might have heard about the output versus outcomes, right? So I'm referring to that one here. Then is about that, are you thinking only about your function or you're thinking at the enterprise level, right? Then so far whatever you have worked, I think you had got very special conditions and all, everything was very certain. Now are you able to lead in the ambiguity? That is one of the important aspect. And then every time you will not have the authority, you have to build your influence to ensure that you move to the next level.